But first, we do start here with correspondent Evan Lambert. He was at President Biden's first 2024 campaign rally in Philadelphia. Evan, what was the feeling in the room?
Well, Kelsey, first, the president started his day here in Philadelphia touring the damage on I-95 just north of here from lanes that collapsed last weekend. Then he played to one of his most supportive crowds in what was his first major campaign event in his re-election bid. At his first big event of the 2024 campaign, President Biden hit on a point we can expect to be a staple of his stump: inequality in the tax code, attacking billionaires for loopholes they take advantage of.
I don't mind them being billionaires, just pay your fair share, man.
And piling on big corporations who pay little tax on massive profits.
Big oil made $200 billion in profit last year. And they got a $30 billion tax break on top of it. Some of the hedge fund managers and crypto traders, these things are going to change. I pay a hell of a lot more than that, man. So do you. By the way, they pay at a lower tax rate than school teachers, than firefighters. Probably anyone in this room.
The enthusiastic cheers and chants of "Let's Go Joe" coming from those union workers. Organizers of the Saturday rally estimate 2,000 people were in attendance to give their endorsements. The rally, organized by the AFL-CIO, a group of 60 of the largest labor unions, which endorsed Biden for re-election Friday, the earliest endorsement in the group's history. He also picked up endorsements from 17 other labor groups, kicking off his campaign in the Democratic stronghold of Philadelphia, where unions rule, and in the all-important swing state of Pennsylvania, which flipped for Biden in 2020, but where his victory was razor thin, with Biden taking 50 to Trump's 49% of the vote.
We local AIAC, and we do stagehands and stuff like that. So, he support us and we support him.
Outside the convention center, supporters largely told us they were all in for Biden. One man said he wished a Democrat would challenge the incumbent president, who, if he wins, would be 86 at the end of a second term.
I think it's better than the others, the other options. I do wish that the Democrats would come up with some more options. Doesn't look like anybody else is stepping up. But I think as challenging as everything is, I'd rather see Biden again for 4 more years than any of the, I'm just going to be honest with you, any of the Republican nominees at this point.
And the president will spend the rest of this weekend in Delaware.
Okay, Evan, there's also some other news with an aide, a controversial departure from the White House. She's actually coming back to the campaign.
Yeah, so we're talking about T.J. Ducklow, who was a White House press aide in 2021. He actually resigned after he threatened a reporter who was doing a story about a relationship of his with another reporter. He is reportedly back onto the Biden campaign in a communications role, set to start that in July. Back to you.
Okay, Evan Lambert, live in Philadelphia. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.